Well, yesterday was eventful, wasn't it? I said, give me your opinions on whether we should stay at Blackpool, go to Leyton Orient. I said, let me know within the first 4 hours of the episode being out so that I can take your opinions into account. 200 comments in that 4-hour period. It's already the most commented video I've ever produced. I've read through all of them. It's about 95% go to Leyton Orient. But as is becoming the norm with this series now, things have escalated rather quickly from there. I'll explain in a minute. Hello and welcome to Season 10, Part 6 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and as with yesterday, I have absolutely no idea what's coming up on this episode. I really don't have a clue. If you didn't watch yesterday's, go back and watch that first. You gone? Back? Good. So the cliffhanger, the non-deliberate cliffhanger yesterday, was that we'd been offered a job by Leyton Orient. We'd delayed that decision twice, and I was almost certainly going to go. Pretty much had my mind made up. But then somebody down in the comments said that if there's one job you've applied for that you really, really, really want, in the interview, offer to withdraw from all the other jobs in order to show you're serious about them, and it makes you more likely to get that job. And we had an interview at Rotherham. Now, Rotherham were in the Premier League last year. They're rich. They've got oodles of cash, a Premier League squad. I really, really want a Rotherham job. So I was going through the interview that they offered me, looking at the options, and I mean, I thought this was, I didn't even record it because I thought, this is all harmless, this is fine. And there's the option, and it's something along the lines of, if you want me to show I'm serious by withdrawing from all the other jobs, then I will. So I said that, thinking, well then if they want me, they'll come back and say, we'd like you to show you're serious now, can you withdraw from those other jobs? I didn't realise it would withdraw me from all the other jobs instantly. So we're now in a ridiculous situation where today is the day when we would have been expecting Leyton Orient to come back again, and I'd decided to go. I'm still the favourite for that job, but I've no longer applied for it. I don't know if they're going to come back to me. I've only applied for Rotherham now. I mean, it is a cracking job. If I get this, it will be amazing. They're rich. They're Premier League calibre, Premier League players. Peter Crouch is the caretaker manager, apparently. It would be a great job, but surely they're not going to give it to me, because why would they? If I'd have known I had to withdraw from the others to try and have a better chance of getting that, well, never in a million years would I have made that decision. So now I'm in limbo. I'm waiting for Rotherham because I can't now go and apply for something else because it might wreck the showing I'm serious thing. So I've got to wait for them to reject me, hope that Leyton Orient is still available then and they're not going to feel messed around. And if that doesn't come off, I'm going to have to restart this whole process again, start applying for jobs again. The clock is now ticking because we're 2 weeks away from the transfer window opening. We don't want a repeat of Tor where we end up at a new club, or Blackpool even last season. The last two times, in fact, Tor, no, we did join Tor halfway through. So both Tor and Blackpool, we've turned up just as the transfer window is closing, not been able to do any business. It went well the Blackpool time, but the time before it didn't. We want to be able to have a transfer window, so we need a new job within the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed it'll be Rotherham. If it's not, fingers crossed we find something quickly. It's taken on a whole new level of urgency because the new board would like a meeting regarding my position at the club because my performance isn't good enough and my position is seriously under threat. I'm going to attend the meeting, but I feel like I'm going to be quite stroppy with them. We got promoted 6 months ago. This is a message for the board of Blackpool Football Club and for everyone down in the comments who yesterday said we were doing a bottle job. Let's define bottle job for a minute. A bottle job is where you're expected to do really, really well and then it all falls apart at the last minute. There hasn't been a single bottle job in Non-League to Legend this year in 10 seasons. We've been relegated once with Tor. We were bottom of the league when I arrived at Christmas. We had no transfer window and our goalkeepers all got injured. That's not a bottle job. That's being rubbish and not be able to turn it around. We got promoted with Blackpool. The first time of asking, yes, we might get relegated this year. But that hasn't happened yet. There's no bottle job yet because when we got promoted, we had no money. We were supposed to get relegated. We got Hamilton a trophy back into Europe, highest position in their history. That's not a bottle job. We got back-to-back league titles and promotions with Southend. Not a bottle job. Cue 1,000 people telling me this is a bottle job today. So, anyway, Brian Metcalf, that wasn't meant to the people who were saying bottle job. That was directed at you. You're not happy with my current performance. We would like to know why you think the team have performed so badly. Well, it's neither of these reasons. The real reason is you won't give me any money, you idiot. So, difficult run of games. Fixtures weren't that hard. Well, you're an idiot then. I need money. Is money on here as an option? I promise. No, I'm not going to make any silly promises. I got you promoted last year, and we shouldn't have done. Yeah, if you sack me now, this is the button I clicked at Ipswich last season and got sacked for it because they didn't. The response was the fans would get over it. But we got promoted last year. In fact, the last thing the club needs is more upheaval. You should show some faith in me. You should show some faith in me. 7 points in the next 5 games. I hate doing this, but we'll be gone before 5 games are up anyway, so we shouldn't get sacked. And now we just wait for Rotherham to come in with a job offer. Fingers crossed. Failing that, I'll apply for loads of other stuff. And we'll maybe even do a game, because we didn't do a game yesterday. That was an unexpected alternative to me. Still not heard from Rotherham. The Rangers job is available as well. I know I won't get it, but there's some tempting stuff appearing that I really would quite like to apply for. This Peter Boss, he needs to do one. He's favourite for every job I want. I'd take Birmingham, Middlesbrough, Cardiff, Rotherham, Rangers. Every job I want, he's the favourite for. He needs to just get one of them, get out of my way, and let me have the job. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo indeed. I find it hard to put into words how disappointed this makes me. We're now 11 days from the start of the transfer window. We have no current job applications in. At least Cristiano Ronaldo is a backup option after me. But now, I've got 5 games to try and keep my job. This has taken a turn for the worst. I've got 5 games left to try and save my job at Blackpool. Where did all those vacancies go? There was about 10 jobs here before. Where have they... Oh, I've just applied for everything. I didn't know that was a button. I didn't know you could do that. Some of these I don't really want, but we'll see what happens, eh? Right, well, I've applied for everything. Raith Rovers didn't want me because they've come back and said no straight away. I guess Birmingham had already rejected me before. Interestingly, look. Oh, Kev's the favourite for Cardiff. I don't really know why I would be the favourite for Cardiff when League One clubs have previously not wanted me. They've got okay finances. They're an established championship club. Yes, I'll go to Cardiff, please. I've not had an interview yet. There's still plenty of time for me to mess that up. In the meantime, we are going to play a match. It's the first of our 5 that we need to try and salvage the job here at Blackpool, because I guess Cardiff will be less interested if I get sacked and am bottom of League One. But I'm listening to all of you lot. You're telling me to go counter, so we're going counter. We're away against a playoff challenging team, so we're going to do the 4-3-3, counter-attacking, and this is the team. We've got Thompson in goal. This might be the last time you see a Blackpool team. McJanet, Anderson, McDonald and Sana as the back 4, with superstar defensive midfielder Mukhtar Ali sat in front of them. Lorenzo and Deli Bashiro in central midfield. We all know how good those two can be. And then there's Fleming and Walter supporting Nikolai Brock-Madsen up front. Let's submit this team. We're 10-1 to win this game. I want to have a little dig at the board, but I don't want them to sack me. I've already been linked in the media with the Cardiff job as well, and I said it would be an honour to even be considered. I thought that would be enough for the board to push over the edge and just sack me when I'm already basically on a final warning and some kind of probationary period. This new board, I don't care for them. They're not... yes, the old board was rubbish as well. It would be nice for someone to come into Blackpool with some idea about how to manage finances or throw money at Kev. That was close. But... let's see how Cristiano... We're playing Leyton Orient next, interestingly. So if I haven't got a new job, we can have a look to see what we could have won and see what Cristiano Ronaldo's up to. I cannot believe I somehow managed to mess up an actual, in writing, job opportunity that was more money. I didn't mean to withdraw. I've never pressed that button before. I didn't know what it did. this is where 5 years' time, Leyton Orient are in the Champions League, and I'm knocking around in the Conference South because no one wanted me because I got relegated and sacked at Blackpool. We're 1-0 down, by the way. A couple of days ago, someone commented that they like it when I mess up. I don't. I'm glad you are getting some satisfaction out of this. This one person who enjoys it when I mess up. I'm not enjoying this very much. For goodness sake, what just happened? Sack me now. Oh, I mean, this is the future of Liverpool Football Club's goalkeeping here. Tom Anderson, who was a superstar for us at Southend, a regular in our title-winning team in this division. He's still only 31. He shouldn't have got that bad, but the combination of him and Thompson there was just pitiful. And we're 2-0 down. This is why I don't go counter-attacking and stuff, because I don't know what to do now. Do I carry on countering? Because then how do we get back into the game? Do I go attacking? And if I go attacking now, why didn't we just go attacking earlier? Because at least then we would have been attacking, not already 2-0 down. And Orient are already winning. The Ronaldo effect down at Leyton Orient. Let's go attack him. Because that's what we do. And here you go. The comeback begins. Walter crosses in again. Lorenzo's picked up the ball. Finds Fleming. The comeback is on, everybody. Brandon Fleming, his first goal of the season. I only remember him scoring in one game last year, but I think he got a hat-trick. He scores his goals in clumps. So hopefully that's the first of a Brandon Fleming hat-trick today, and we end up having a super comeback, and we'll get Blackpool in the playoffs this year, and all that job hunting stuff. We'll just edit that out of the playlist when we pass this down to future generations. I assume that's what happens with YouTube stuff. It's all going to get archived somewhere. When you're all showing your kids this season of Non-League to Legend, you'll all, I swear I remember him applying for a job at Leyton Orient at some point, but it just goes straight from sort of October through to February, and he's gone from the relegation zone into the playoffs. The tapes must be corrupted. I don't know how that bit happened. Well, that's the joy of being able to edit afterwards. I'll just take these couple of videos down. None of this ever happened, and Kev wins the World Cup in 2030 or whatever it is. I think this is a Football Manager gods paying me back for ill treatment of Leyton Orient in the past. The last big save I had pre-YouTube was it was a Non-League to Legend save. I just wasn't documenting it anywhere. It took me forever to make it into the Football League. It was like 6 seasons to get out of the conference, and I got offered a job with Leyton Orient, who were towards the bottom of League 2, and I took the job. And then 2 months later, the Posh job, Posh were mid-table League 2, their manager got sacked, and I applied for that one and got it. I was at Orient for 2 months. 10 years later, that Posh team were winning the Champions League and Orient were in the conference. And their manager, I think Martin Allen took over. I think Martin Allen was at Posh before me and took over at Leyton Orient after me. And he was constant, despite him being a nobody, even when we were in the Champions League, he would constantly have his little digs at me in the media. That man hated me for basically proving across 2 different clubs that I was far superior to him. Right, we'll give this until the next game is due, which is Orient. We're not going to play Orient today because I don't want the longest episode ever. Look at that run of form. I don't think we're going to get offered a job today, because we're not going to get an interview and a job offer in 6 days. But we'll see if we get any interviews come in from all those applications we just made. In fact, is there any more applications we can make at this juncture? There is. Let's use that fancy little button down there. Again, apply for a few more jobs. And we'll see if we get any interviews, I guess. They're now considering my position for 2 different reasons. I got promoted with this football club against all odds 6 months ago. This new board are just a bunch of people of Cardiff. You're basically like the opposite of the current Blackpool board. You lot are great. I consider me a leading candidate for your manager's job as well. I already see that we're going to have a beautiful relationship together. Admittedly, you might want to just nudge the board because they still haven't offered me an interview yet, which is a touch on the worrying side. But, you know, you lot are nice. I like the Cardiff fans already. Right, we need to make this quick. We're not going to play the next match that's in just 2 days' time, but this one, it's Leyton Orient. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. We're going to play him. We've made some changes to the team, gone back to the 4-3-1-2. The team looks like that. Just follow my finger in one of those directions. I think it's that way. I don't want to make this the longest episode ever. I certainly didn't plan to have two live comms in it. There you go. That's what a Cristiano Ronaldo Leyton Orient team looks like. Oh, imagine how life could have been if we'd have ended up at this football club. It would have been a bit weird having Blackpool in what could potentially have been our first game here. We have to win today, basically. There's no sugarcoat in that. If we don't win today, I'm almost certainly getting fired before my 5 games is up. Will they even do that? I think they'll make an exception for me. We've just hit the post. That would have been a nice time to score a goal. Even with a win today, we don't come off the bottom of the table, I don't think. We are plummeting like a stone. We've lost our last 8 games in a row, I think. And, not going well. There you go. Cross over the face of goal. I'm going to cough. The cough's back. Right, I don't know why the cough came back. I haven't coughed in real life for like 2 weeks. We've just scored a goal. Don't cough now, Kev. We're 1-0 up against Leyton Orient. It isn't enough to move us off the bottom of the league, but it is enough to drag them back into trouble. Let's keep scoring goals. Let's hope the Cardiff board are here today, having a little look at what's going on to decide if they want to offer Kev a job. Because, look, there's nobody here. We have no fans at all. I thought they were just staying away because of the board. We've got a new board now. Yes, I agree, they're idiots. But, come back and have a little look before making that decision. I'm here every week. I know the board are idiots, but you Blackpool fan folk, you should be turning up to have a little investigation. I know we're bottom of the league, but we had a good season last year. Second half of it anyway, after I arrived. The match engine doesn't realise we want this to be a fairly quick live com, because this first 30 minutes has taken longer than some full matches we've done in the past. This is madness. Come on. Howard. Everyone's dropping back down to within touching distance of us, because Orient somehow have just jumped back up 2 places. I thought they'd equalised without there being a highlight. But no, what's happened is Stevenage and Hartlepool have both fallen back down into trouble. So if we can hold on and win this match, and then don't get offered a job anywhere, which is there's every possibility that might be what happens. We might still be at Blackpool at the end of the season. I'm not going to go and do a rubbish job somewhere. And I'm certainly less interested in leaving after the transfer window is closed, because Madsen makes it 2-0. The whole purpose of escaping before the transfer window was so that I could go and spend some money somewhere and fix a team that way, because I think there's one thing we can all agree on. Me turning up in February and trying to fix a team tactically does not play to anybody's strengths. I need to be turning up in December and signing some players. Kev, remember 2 substitutions. Right, Ali's going to come off for Crosby, and then we're going to take off Deli Bashiru for Shorthouse, and we'll swap those 2 round, and boom, there you go. Kev does substitutions. Tactically, should we be switching back to some kind of negative thing now? We probably should be. Let's bring Archer on. He's still never scored a goal for us. He's never going to score either. But if there was ever an opportunity, it would be today against Ronaldo's Orient. Glad we didn't go now. They're not even as good as Blackpool, but think of the money they've got to spend in January. That would have been quite good fun. But we're going to end up at Cardiff. I've decided that's where we're going to go. We're passing the ball around really nicely here. Oh, McJanet nearly makes it 3-0 with what's pretty much the last kick of the game. And this has been another record. I've been out in my garage nearly an hour and a half again. Anna's going to think I'm having an affair in here or something. This is mad. You all need to let her know, and just remind her that these episodes where there's lots of stuff between the matches, they take forever. For example, I've now got to go and play that next match without you lot watching, and hope we get offered a job in the meantime. I don't want this to roll over for another day, but I feel like it might be about to. Right, we've just drawn 1-1 away against Plymouth. That means from the first 3 of those 5 games to avoid the sack, we have 4 points. So we need to win 1 of the last 2 of them. You're not going to see either of them today. But we're away against Swindon, at home against Portsmouth. It's doable. But now we've got 10 days to find a new job. And then the episode ends. And if we have to do another rollover, then so be it. I'm no expert on Wales, but I think Swansea and Cardiff are 2 different places. Where has this come from? Swansea are secure, established in the Championship, long established as a Premier League club, and a 12th. This is an even better job than Cardiff. Surely now I'm in a pickle, because I want to do the whole, well, I'll withdraw from all the other jobs dealy again, but I don't want to withdraw from Cardiff where I'm favourite. So I'm just going to have to do a normal interview and hope that's enough. I might just lie and tell them everything they want to hear. I'm glad you've given me the chance to come here. Managerial ladder, number of jobs, been in management a long time. Considering options, that's standard Kev line. I keep players happy. I'm good with supporters. I don't really have that anymore. That's not true either. Let's just lie. Hopefully they won't look at my CV. I want to start right now. Of course, there's options to start at the end of the season now. That's awesome. Yes, we'll play passing football. We won't. We'll just do our normal football. We'll also do attacking. And of course we'll use the youth system. We'll do all of those things that you said you like. Estimated value is quite low. I don't really know how they're secure. I guess there's not much in the way of outgoings. Yes, we can do a top half finish. 10 million, that's plenty. And that's a really small wage budget. But I guess we'll just say yes, please. Can we have a job, please, Swansea? Cardiff, get your act together. You need to come in now, and we'll play you off against each other. Well, that's just weird. Still no sign of Cardiff. I've been linked with them in the media for 3 weeks. The fans want me. I've told the media I want to go there. I'm still the bookies' favourite, and they've not offered me an interview yet. Swansea's still ongoing. It's the next match day. We're not going to do that now. We'll do that tomorrow. This video is probably already far too long. What on earth do I do from here? I massively appreciated the feedback you all gave me yesterday. Please help again in the comments today. What on earth do I do? Do I try and stick it out with Blackpool? If we can win these next 2 games, we can stay at Blackpool. Do I do that and then review at the end of the season? Do I keep applying for everything that's on offer? Are there any jobs on this list that particularly stand out as ones that I should really be looking to go for? Who knows? This is the most taxing and complicated period of Football Manager I've ever played. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.